I am not somebody who just believes anything that I read or hear. I always examine it and I always test it for myself. This technique that I heard about, through which you can manifest money while you sleep overnight, seemed too good to be true, but when I tried it, I manifested money. I must confess it wasn't the following morning, it was the day after. So of course then I examined why this works so efficiently, and I discovered something that is really powerful for you as a manifester. I'm very excited to share this with you. My name is Gerda Lou, Muse, Mystic and Master Manifester, and I'm dedicated to bring you guidance and knowledge so that you can create the life that you truly desire. First, I'm going to give you a short explanation of how this works, just because it will help you to actually not form any blockages against what I'm going to say, thinking this is just mumbo jumbo, and basically to believe it. So during sleep, our frontal cortex of our brain reduces its activity. The energy in the brain goes to the subconscious mind so that it can process without interference what was given to it. The thing you think of just before you sleep often shows up in your dreams, or that emotion that is connected to what you were thinking about. So what you focus on before you sleep will be the continued focus for your brain. So because the amygdala in your brain, at the back of your skull, process emotions, it will often turn these emotions into dreams. That is an indication for you that what you think of consciously, especially just before you go to sleep, will be processed, will be what the brain actually keeps itself busy. So it is always busy, the subconscious mind working even while you sleep, and especially then without interference. So if you then can learn to rewire your brain, to form new neural pathways, free from your old beliefs, you can change your life. If you want to manifest money while you sleep, all you have to do is this one thing. This will focus the attention on what you believe about money. Before I give you this exact procedure that you're going to follow, let me first explain to you how the reticular activating system works. Let me explain it like this. The reticular activating system is often described as the gatekeeper of the brain. It's an area in the brain, at the stem of the brain going up. It's about the length of your little finger. And it is the connection between the conscious and the subconscious mind. This system takes what you focus on and creates a filter for it. It also looks for and finds data that validates your belief systems. So everything that you pick up through your senses, except your sense of smell, goes through this system, through this part of the brain. And this is used to regulate our inner personal world by providing associations to what we believe. It's all based on our dominant center of attention and focus. So if your brain has an established belief system and focus, say for instance you are a negative person and you believe the world is against you, then the reticular activating system of the brain will search for things, for evidence from the outside to confirm and validate what it knows. So using this example, you can train your brain to focus on the positive. It all depends on what habit you want to create. You can train this part of the brain to filter in more of the positive things. So if we create a belief, the reticular activating system must look for outside evidence to validate this belief, because otherwise there's a void that it wants to fill. So it keeps on looking for evidence in the outside world to confirm the belief that has formed. You can also say the reticular activating system is a pattern generator, because it looks for patterns that fit the brain's belief system to validate the belief system with those patterns. So in short, it means you can tune your brain to the exact reality you want to manifest. This is very fascinating because you will experience what you believe is true about yourself and the world because of how the system works, but you can change it. It is an extensive topic. I will make my next video about this specifically, but for now I just wanted to give you this information so that you understand the exact method we're going to use to manifest money overnight, so that it will be easier for you to believe it. So this technique will use the system to pull evidence from your surroundings to confirm your belief that you will receive money. It is also its job to pull your focus towards what you are feeding it. So whatever you are focusing on, it will search for the evidence of it. So this is the exact technique. You are going to say this particular phrase before you fall asleep. The best time to do this is when you are in theta brain waves, when you know that state between awake and sleep, when your subconscious mind is very receptive. You can speak the phrase out loud, or you can just think it in your mind. But before you do that, I just want to emphasize that the way you're going to do it is you have to do it in a completely neutral way. There must not be that energy of wanting or needing, that desperation, because there are emotions attached to what is stored in our mind, and you don't want to have unnecessary meanings attached to this phrase. You must be just neutral. Don't overthink it. Just do it in a way like you would say you're going to cook your favorite recipe, and at the end you're going to have a wonderful meal or dish. So you don't have any doubt, You say, I'm going to make this meal. It's going to be delicious. Just like that. It's a matter of fact, very chilled energy with which you should say this phrase. You say this phrase about 3 to 5 times right before you drift off to sleep. Here is the phrase. I always see evidence of money flowing to me in such fun and unexpected ways. I am a magnet for money. The next part is when you wake up, be in that expectant mode. Expect to notice money to show up the next day. Actively seek evidence of what you primed your mind with and see what shows up. Remember, your brain must find evidence for the thing that was focused on. You can, of course, do this as often as you want to, because it's like a muscle that you train. The more you use it, the more you will experience it. You will form new neural pathways in the brain for new beliefs. Just again, I want to emphasize that you mustn't be desperate or have that needy energy. If you force anything, you will block your manifestation. You will block the money to appear in your reality. Just be chilled and relaxed. So that is the hardest part, because especially if one wants money or you feel a bit desperate, you can be in that state. So make sure that you if that is the difficult part for you, work on your state of being before you go to bed, and do this practice. So please come back to this video and let me know how it happened, so that we can encourage each other also. Remember to subscribe. For my next video, I'm going to look in more depth at the reticular activating system, also for visualization and other manifestation practices. I'm wishing you an amazing few days till I speak to you again, sending you infinite love. Goodbye.